spirits were high as we arrived at the yacht club. In order to observe the sea conditions, we made our way through the dinghies used by the junior sailors. The power of the wind and waves looked challenging, but conquerable. Thrilled at the prospect of the journey before us, we made our way down the pier. Captain Tom greeted us at the dock and welcomed us aboard Music, his stunning Island Packet 27. After a brief tour and explanation of the controls aboard the boat, the diesel motor chugged to life. We cast it off the lines, then smoothly glided out of the slip and toward the mouth of the harbor. Low tide was making the waves break further from the shore, softening our exit from the harbor. The path through the channel and into the bay was filled with spirited laughter and excited questions about our vessel for the day. We turned into the wind and prepared to set the sails. The covers were removed and lines were grasped tightly. Working as a team, we pulled the halyard with everything we had and revealed the mighty mainsail ready to receive the wind. With the mainsail up and furiously beating against the wind, the Genoa was next to be unveiled. The line fought back with ferocity as we hauled it across the deck. Some turns on the winches soon tamed the sail and pulled it into shape. Music turned out of the wind and the sails were soon swollen with wind, greedily gulping in all the air they could manage. The boat gently rolled on her side and began to surge through the water. The engine was silenced and Music revealed her namesake, a symphony of wind and waves howling through the sails and sliding along the hull. As the keel and sails found their balance, a light touch on the tiller was all that was necessary to keep us on course. Bitter winds and surging seas couldn't dampen our spirits as confidence in the capabilities of both vessel and crew rose with each successfully crested wave. We are very grateful that Captain Tom was gracious enough to allow me to try my hand at manning the tiller of his wonderful boat. Music handled like a dream, responding quickly and smoothly when asked to follow the wind, then quickly settling back into a comfortable cruise. Just a few minutes at the controls was enough to show why the Island Packet 27 has been so popular for as long as it has. Music was made to cover large distances in comfortable conditions, and she was doing so with great enthusiasm. As the weather cleared, it was blue skies and beautiful smiles for our happy crew as we cruised deep into the bay. All too soon, it was time to hand the tiller back to Captain Tom and head back ashore. We turned back into the wind and smoothly guided the mainsail back down the mast and into its cover. Lines were tidied up to clear the decks, and we settled in to use the motor for the trip back. This was a chance for us to relax and enjoy the ride as Captain Tom guided music back toward the harbor. We spent this time reflecting on the exhilaration of the afternoon's events and enjoying each other's company. Life was easy to enjoy on a beautiful boat as the sun shone on our shoulders. The gentle splashing of the hull against the waves grew steadily stronger until the sound changed into a short series of thuds and all forward progress stopped. Low tide and one of the bay's many sandbars had grabbed hold of the keel, and we had run aground. Captain Joe made a call ashore for rescue, and we dropped the anchor. With nothing to do now but wait for a rising tide or a rescue tow, we prepared the boat and kept spirits high with good company and shared stories. Soon, the sound of a motor roared across the water, and we could see Captain Bob racing out of the harbor to come to our aid. Stiff fingers struggled against slick line and heavy chain to attach a tow line and raise the anchor. The towboat's motors strained against the taut line and rolling waves, and we inched forward into deeper waters. Freed from the sand and back to floating herself, music dutifully followed the tow line back into the safety of the harbor. We embraced our journey with full gratitude for the experience and eagerly awaited our next encounter with the crew and vessel that had seen us through to the other side. Please be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this story with someone who inspires confidence in you. Have you ever had a setback that a good team got you through? Share your story in the comments and find more stories like this on our Substack page and at livingdoulalive.com.